Winners Talking podcast. And quickly, before we get into this, man wants to let you know that we got the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0. Game changer. Shout out Manscaped for the care packages, and we just wanted to let you know that if you use the code winners, you get 20% off all your grooming needs. Not only are they got the landscape
and free shipping as
and
well.
the free shipping. Trust me, I lie, fam.
No lie.
And not only they got the lawnmower, they got grooming products, they got facial products, they got
everything.
You see t-shirt,
man, them
boxes.
should be taking care of themselves.
And so, brothers, like we're really big on this right now. Look after yourself, take care of your, you know what I'm saying, your bits and bobs and whatnot. Keep it trim, keep it nice, keep it looned up. You get me?
All of you man have all purchased now, yeah? Every man's
patting a lie.
Every man's nice now, like Rex, what you say? It made a difference. You got yourself extra couple centimeters out of that. Yeah. Come on.
Centimeters, you know.
Manscaped 4.0.
Listen, stop losing inches and gain centimeters with the Manscaped 4.0 thing. You don't know where it is.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Winners, cold winners.
Winners, 20% off beard oil, all of that. They got beard thing going on.
Plus free shipping.
Winners Talking.
Winners Talking podcast. It's the hustler. Solo for now. No Doug. Doug's on his way. Should be here before this is all wrapped up. Gonna hold it on my ones. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. It's Winners Talking podcast. If you don't know, get to know, share it with your friends. What should we talk on today? Nikos, what we saying? While waiting for Doug.
Boy, what's the latest with Tate and them, man?
Tate and them, man, they're still banged up abroad. Hopefully they come home.
What was his game?
Them man might be paying the price for... I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of their case, so I can't speculate. I'll tell you what I'm going to talk on. We're going to talk on morals.
Okay.
Principles.
Well, all right.
The codes. Things that have gone on, because when I watch what's going on in general, I see a thing Minnie posted the other day. He said, people are doing bare things for clout. People are doing bare things, like acting out a character, doing things for clout. If you go on TikTok, everyone's doing a madness. Everyone's doing the most for clout and views, notoriety or whatever. Personally, I can't do all of that. You know the school, innit? Man, them my old school, innit? Like, man, them my old school beyond their years of being old school because man was raised with the old school G's them.
That's right.
And raised by the old school. Certain old school things have to still continue through the lineage now. I'm not with no clown shit. I'm not with no sucker shit. I stand on my word. My word is my word. Said it in episode 1. My word is my word. You get it? So, I can't be with all the clown shit. You got to stand on what you stand on.
But this generation these days, bro, we stand for different morals, innit? They'll do dumb stuff to get clout.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anything, brother. No, it's not just this generation. Like, social media's turning some of the G's them into dickheads.
Yeah, for real.
Or certain man into dickheads. Maybe not G's, but turning certain man to make them act like dickheads. Man, them are doing. I don't know. It's my perspective, innit? Like I say, I won't do certain things. I'm a principled guy, innit? Like listen, I'm a principled guy, bro. Like, I could have had man doing a madness in here from long time with a podcast to spike views, calling names, passer, gossip, clickbait. You get it? But we're not about that.
But yeah, but then, like, them man, all right, they've got different morals, but they're not really, they don't care. No, if it works for them, it works, right?
And listen, some people might look at it and say, P, you can say that because maybe you're in a position where you can afford to
but bro,
be selective in what you do.
But you stood for your morals. The morals you stand for. It's been like that from whenever.
Yeah, but exactly, because man was raised a certain way.
So what I'm saying is, for the old school Donnies who changed their morals to fit in with today's society, just to gain that clout, then what do you reckon about that?
They can't have been solid in the first place.
Yeah, that's what I'm
They
thinking.
can't have been solid dudes. Because if you're solid, you're not going to do certain things. Certain man online, big up certain man. Because from I knew of them, or knew them, and how they was, to how they are now and what they're doing, and they're doing their bits and pieces, they're still moving with that energy. The energy's still out there, you know. The energy of the solid, being a man of your word, being a man of principle, you know, standing on something, not selling yourself out, not selling your people out. Like, that still remains. Not everything's got to be for the buck. I tell man, you know already. I'll open something out to the audience and the public. Episode 3 of the pod. Episode 3 of the pod for the public. It might have even have been 2. One of the biggest companies in the world wanted to cop this podcast and take it over.
And it's a 3rd episode.
It was the 3rd, like, was it?
Yeah.
That's what was it? The 3rd or 2nd?
It was the first 5 anyway.
It was it didn't get to 5.
No,
It didn't get to
but I'm
5.
saying
It was either
it was
2 or
the
3.
first
2 or 3, yeah.
It was either 2 or 3.
I won't know specific, but I know it was very early.
But from early, man.
One of the biggest companies. I know. Listen to, and I didn't misquote, and I didn't say the wrong thing. When I say one of the biggest companies in the world, I mean in the world. Household recognition in any country in the world. Wanted to cop the podcast and take over the podcast, yeah? Meetings went on, whatever. Couple of meetings went on, maybe 4 or 5. To be honest with you people, from the beginning, from the phone call, initial phone call, and from meeting number 1, 2, number 1, in my heart I knew, I ain't gonna deal with this. I ain't gonna take this. Because I've come too far to want to do what I'm doing, to just hand it over and give it to these people. You understand what I'm saying to you? I respect and appreciate them, the acknowledgement of what man's doing. Bearing in mind it was from 2 episodes. It was 2. From 2 episodes. But there's no way I'm just gonna hand this over. This is our thing. You understand? So why am I gonna take this thing of ours and just give it to these people for them now to be in control of it? Now again, people might say, nah, but P, you lot can say that. You lot's financial situation might be better than ours and we need to. And I hear that. I hear that because everyone's different. But for my principles, for what I stand for, I'll tighten my belt at times and live. And we'll get to all of that.
Bro, you see the bigger picture, don't you?
That's the key. It's the bigger picture.
You see
Because
the
I've
bigger
always known the
picture.
bigger picture. I feel you, bro. You hit the nail on the head. Because when I was in there and I was talking to these, let me give you a little thing as well. When we was in the meeting, meeting 1, just finished talking. And the guy turns and he goes, let me get your number. And he takes his phone and he goes, here. And he goes, I've got this number, but I don't think you're on this number no more.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm looking, and it is my old number.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
thinking,
yeah.
I said, how have you got my number, bro? And he was like, you don't remember? I was like, no. He goes, when you was doing music, I was working at such and such, and you turned up with another don and told the team that you want a meeting with me. And I laughed. And I also thought to myself, it's a good thing that I didn't like try to go on Wicked or burn a bridge.
Yeah.
Obviously, I conducted myself in a certain way where the bridges weren't burnt, but I didn't. When I heard that, I had to laugh because then it gave me acknowledgement of, it made more sense as to why you're moving so fast as to wanting to cop this pod that I'm doing that, because you already know the background. You see what I'm trying to say?
But imagine that he kept the number all them years.
Yeah, come on, these man, phones is phones, innit? You ain't got rid of that gal's number from however many years ago that you met at the dance, I like.
Well,
So that don't necessarily mean that. That's just numbers
In
being
the
kept in
archive.
the phone. But I'm aligned that.
The archive.
The archive.
So you archive that.
Even though she hasn't answered.
Well, you know.
But no,
That's you, bro.
back to what I'm saying. Like that showed me that he understood. There's an understanding of where it's coming from, innit? And that kind of made
But bro,
me-
you got deep it, bro. You made an impact when you went there the first time all them years ago.
Yeah, but
You
in
know what I'm
general,
trying to say?
yeah, no, I get what you're saying. But in general, obviously, the whole thing was an impact, innit? Like what man was doing then was an impact, and I think that this is my perspective of what I've looked at, because you know I analyse things. This is me looking back at it since. I think that he looked back. I think that in the one episode, for episode 1, where is masculinity gone? You look, go check that out. From episode 1, episode 2, him being a businessman, and this man's a very smart businessman. He's savvy. He's top tier. He's like, come on, man. He's come from one of, you see what I'm saying? Come from one of the biggest companies in the world.
He knows what to look out for.
Yeah, he knows, he can see already, like, this makes sense. The same thing that I'm thinking as I'm looking to execute this, he's looking at and saying, he can see it. I respected that, and I took that as a compliment as well. And even though in the long run, we didn't do the business in that instance, no bridges were burnt again.
You're talking about from episode 3. You're talking about from episode 3, yeah?
What's from episode 3?
Like when you didn't do no business from then.
I reckon the back and forth with the business wrapped up around episode 10, 11.
Right, okay.
But in between times, man was still like talking and, you know, listening and, you know. But in my heart of hearts, I knew this can't work. You understand? I knew this can't work. I'll be honest with all of you lot. Go on, that's what you're going to say?
Why did you think it can't work though?
I'll tell you why.
Why?
I'll tell you my perspective of why it can't work. Doug ain't here. I wish Doug was here as well to contribute.
I mean, I know why, bro, knowing you, innit?
But I'll tell you why it can't work in my mind, Dax, yeah? There's a few reasons. One, I'm not going to take this and give it to these corporate entities. This is something for man to build. 2, you're coming in at episode 2. The thing's not built enough. I'm not going to sit in a position where you're a powerhouse and I'm a little fish company, and you're going to try and dictate to me and take over what I'm doing for the sake of a bag.
Yeah.
For the sake, don't get me wrong. Money was looking nice.
But
Go on.
I don't know, why does it, is that the only way it can be done, if they take over and say, yeah, you do it like this? Or could it be more of a partnership where they're on board and then, you still run it with
That's
your
what I'm
vision?
getting to. That's what I'm
But
getting
I reckon
to get to the partnership, you have to have some weight going on.
Yeah,
you have to have done the episodes, put the work in. I ain't going to give away too much game, but you've got to have cemented something, so you're coming to the table at a certain perspective. You see what I'm trying to say?
The thing is, bro, you've had a vision in it, and you executed it. Now, a next man being the powerhouse will kind of overlook what you're kind of seeing, even though the end goal will more than likely be the same. You get me?
Yeah.
But your vision in the long term will be different to his. And, and then what can you say?
Exactly. And this is a focus. For me, this is a focus. For them, this is just a drop in the ocean. This is one of many. They can throw mud at the wall. If it sticks, it sticks. If it don't, it don't. You understand? Also on top of that, if you think you're going to go do something, come up with something, do an episode, 2 episodes, take a load of money off these people off the back of 2 episodes, and you think it's going to continue and be super successful in how you want it to be, it's not going to go like that. It's going to go how they want it to go.
No, absolutely.
It's going to go how they want it to go. They're either going to change your whole setup. It could go, or it could be successful, but with their vision more in mind. You're going to lose control.
Bro, they're going to make altercations.
Alterations.
I
said altercations.
You're used to badness too much.
Yeah, there might be some altercations, but at the same time, why I have to big them up? They hit man a change. Man bust up the change amongst the man them. Of principle, no contracts, no nothing, hit man a change.
So what do you reckon as a sort of an incentive to kind of do
why did they hit that
in the future or
I'll tell you exactly what it was. It was just a thing of, this is how I look at it. And this is what more or less we said amongst ourselves. Unsaid, neatly, you know, no paperwork, but just a, again, old school, gentleman's agreement on a handshake, masculine shit. Okay, bro, in the future, when man's doing what they're doing and as it reaches a certain level, whatever goes on or whatever other business I might be looking to do, I'll come and speak to you guys as well to give you like the opportunity to, if you wanted to match or better. You understand? That's why I feel he gave man that check there. You understand? Because there weren't no paperwork on it. It was just a bam. Yeah. Respect what you're doing. Listen, the company's got ear. And you know, for them giving man that, it's like nothing, innit? Like, you know the company, you know it was nothing. So I'll take that. But it can't just, I just believe it couldn't just go so. I wasn't willing to just make it go so either anyway, of like, realistically speaking, Daps, you're saying to me that...
I've got my question still.
But realistically speaking, yeah, imagine this. I ring you, say, cuz this is what I want to do, yeah? You bring me Doug, say, yeah. Doug, I say, yeah, definitely get Doug. I chat to Doug about it and say, this is how it's going to go. We film 1 episode, 2, and then that's it. Every man, there you go. All you man are rich. All you man are rich. There you go. That's it. Take that. You think does that sound like a sustainable?
Nah.
You see what I'm trying to say? It sounds like it'll be a good money grab.
It's kind of like the beginning of the end, man.
But I have to ask the questions.
No, you're asking the right question. But I understand that other people do it. But this goes back to what I'm saying now. I know a lot of other people would take it.
Yeah, but bro,
because if man are doing what they're doing now, man would. But if man them knew the opportunity that got presented to my lot and to me over this shit, and man weren't doing no fucking shucking and jiving and twerking and no shit or no dumb shit online. Man shot an episode called "Where's Masculinity Gone" and kept it 100. You understand? And then another episode about how to deal with gal and kept it 100. And then the big dogs came in. You understand? Compliment to man, shows man's doing the right thing. Another example of how I can say where I knew what I was on. They said, you lot can film in our location.
All right.
Remember, they had the big, they had well, we've got this studios, that studio, this studio.
Yeah.
Big fuck off studios, you know?
Yeah.
You lot can, dumb. Not no ordinary studio, I'm talking movie studio.
Yeah.
And you lot can film in there, and it will be this, that, the third. All part of one enticing man thing.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Doug saying, well, P, let's just go and look at it. I said, we're not even going to look at it. No, but what? The reason I remember saying this, I said, listen, here's the thing when you're dealing with these people now. I said, say we go and we leave here, we go to their studios. Cool, innit? Where can you go from there? You've just gone to the top level. The studio's gonna look super glamorous.
Yeah.
Their thing set, they're gonna make everything.
That's right, yeah.
But then if they pull the rug from underneath, man, and say, which they can do, which they do all the time, and say, you know what, this ain't working out, hold the money, da-da-da. Now what? You're gonna go back. It's like you've been dropped from the label.
Yeah.
Now you got to go back.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
You've been dropped from the label. Now you got to go back to try and re-get the love. And there's the thing as well. The people are important to man. Man don't say it for a gimmick. The people are important to man. So if man's doing a movement, creating a movement that's for the people and of the people, now man's left man left the people, jumped straight to 100. Now you've lost all your core fan base. Not all, but you're going to lose a big piece of it and so on. Because they might turn around and say to me, you know what, P, we don't want you to be saying, see that thing you say masculine shit, we don't really like it. It's a bit, it's a bit, could you just miss that out? Maybe say something else instead, you know? Like mental stuff.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Strong guys.
No, not even strong guys, because they'll say that's too, pigeonhole. It's got to be more universal. They'll say strong beings. Say strong beings.
Exactly that.
You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, man.
So a man had to stick to a code. We had to stick to a code. So that's why I remember saying, like, we're not even going to look at it. Man never went to look at it, You lot all know. We never went to look at it. Did man never go roll up on it?
And you know what, bro? Like from the beginning, people appreciate progression, innit? Imagine this going straight from whatever to glam. And as you say, if they pulled the rug, then what?
Man, them are grinders, bro. I don't mind the grinds, Pools. You understand? Man, them are grinders, brother. Listen, I'll get my Timbs on in the winter, bro. I'll go out in the snow, woolly hat and gloves, bro. I've been outside.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, I know the best of times, I know the worst of times. We all do. So, and nothing worth having comes easy.
Yeah, that's it.
You see what I'm saying? Nothing worth having comes easy. So
you got to go through the trenches, man.
Wouldn't it be better to go back and sit at another table from a position where you're, and believe me, that's not the only thing that's gone on. There's other things going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You understand? There's other things going on behind the scenes that don't get spoken on. But also when I was talking to these people as well, because it's not just one company that spoke to me, they didn't even fully know what to do with the thing. When I say to them, so what would you do? They don't know, or they didn't know. It was something new to them. They just know it's something that there's something in this. You see what I'm saying? Everyone's doing podcasts now. There's something in this, and this could. You see what I'm saying? So I'm more than open to do business. We do business. We do bare business through the pod, but some things just have to, principles. Stand on something. It's not all about the bread. But back to the script. Episode 2 offered big dough. One of the biggest companies. Where would you put the company in the world rankings, Daps?
Media-wise.
Yeah, as far as media, where's that company?
Top 3.
In the world,
In the world.
Top 3 is a big company, man.
Top 3 in the world, and that's going up against the big ones. Like, yeah, top.
You
3,
name it, it's top
3 in the world.
Top 3 defo.
Top 3 in the world, and that's mentioning. I don't
International.
say no names, but
Don't say names because it will make it too obvious.
International.
but it's mentioning. It's up against the big ones.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
You understand?
But most people would have just jumped at that.
Most men would have jumped at whatever you want. Most people would have been like, whatever you listen. What do you want us to do? What do you want me to do? You understand? But
When people see figures, bro, they just turn fickle.
All right, so next,
talk to me.
If you're because you're educating the people a piece now.
Yeah, might as well
Educating the
get 'em.
people a piece now. So if a man's saying, all right, cool, if they come in early doors, it's a not yet, but try to keep relationships alive. So when would a good time to be like, yeah, let's sit down and let's see if we can work together.
You know when the time's right. When you've got your ducks in a row and you feel when you're sitting down at the table and it's the right conversation and you feel you've got your right stats and things around, you can talk with anyone. Or you might find to a certain degree that you don't even need to talk to them yet. Because you're making money here, there, and from other revenue streams. There's ways to make revenue streams off things. So you might find you're making money off them where you're all right. It depends. Like what?
And that's the thing.
If you're in a rush, like, are you in a rush? If you're really in a rush and you need to get to that, it's like being an independent gun.
I was about to say that because you'll be answering to them, innit? So any future.
If you're not a partner, then you're answering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like any future opportunities, you wouldn't be able to really go with that, innit?
No.
Because you're under there.
It's the difference between being an independent artist or an artist on a label. You know, a lot of it comes down to that as well. You'll hear a lot of artists saying, "No, I don't want to be with them because I'm making such and such on a pound."
Yeah, straight.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the times have changed. There's many ways to make money through this thing if you're patient. You understand? Because next thing as well, when you're desperate, they can see you coming.
Yeah, that's it.
These people ain't stupid.
No, for real.
They can see you coming. It's how you carry yourself. It's what you're willing to do. The strongest position to be in any negotiation is being willing to walk away from the table. I've said it before and I'll say it again.
Yeah.
And I'm a man that I'll walk away from the table. You know how I stay. Because my principles and what I stand on. Man will say to me at times, listen, you need to switch up the pod, start clickbaiting a little piece, do this, that, the other. I said, I'm not doing that. Do that on your pod. You understand? If you want to do it, go do it on your pod. I'm not going to do all of that.
Yeah.
Because my name is my name and I'm going to stand on it. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, I'll have a joke, I'll do whatever and we'll go about it. It might take the longer way. It might go away where it's you're the most respected. How come this is? It is what it is.
You ain't trying to climb to the top like fast like that, innit? It's
Heights of
best
great
to build.
men reached and kept were not obtained by sudden flight.
Yeah, well, there you go.
You get it. And I want to look back and see, these ain't 150 Joke Man episodes.
Yeah, so
that's what it is, you know.
no, for real,
You understand?
man. No,
This
for
ain't
real.
150 Joke Man
No.
episodes. This ain't 100. But listen, man's got sons, bro. You see what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be a joke, man. You understand?
You got to lead by
Family.
example as well. You get me?
You understand? Lead by
Yeah,
example.
bro. You know what I mean?
So the man them step how they're supposed
Yeah.
to step. But I just think that men should carry themselves like this anyway. You know? Like, I know there's a lot of clowning now, and clowning can make you money, innit? But personally, I'm just not with that.
If you're not a comedian, you
Again,
should louder,
back to
louder.
your morals.
Back to the morals. It's like me and Lex were talking the other day about enough of these youths. Oh, I can't remember which one of these youths. Enough of these youths now, they're getting nicked, they're snitching. But
Yeah.
then their fan base still bumping them heavy. Now, when we was growing up,
Yeah. It's a
if
different
man them
thing.
heard that certain man was snitches and that's
it.
their music,
That's
it's
it.
done.
That's it.
You're not even listening to that again.
No.
You're not even listening to that again.
Generation different, bro.
Career's done. Them man are
They
old.
don't care.
Them man are done.
In
But-
fact, they probably make more money.
Yeah, now they make more money.
It's mad.
Yeah, it's fully tapped. Fully. But we just got
So he's saying then what? Morals don't count then in today's society?
But the morals will always count. Morals will always count. But here's the thing. I think because there's two worlds now, innit? Morals will always count, but there's two worlds. The world now is social media. In the social media world, morals don't count. Social media world, anything goes. Anything goes. That's how it works in social media land. But I always keep myself in the real world and dip my toe into social media land.
Yeah.
I can play the game. So in the real world, honor, principle, all the above. Social media world, brothers are flipping, kicking their girl in the back for joke. Gal are
stupidness, man.
I'm a lying though that.
Stupidness.
Man are drop kicking their gal.
Stupidness.
You understand? Heads are getting chopped off left and center. Man are sending each other videos of heinous fucking crimes and activities.
Yeah.
Man are snitching on themselves. Youths have got too much access to too much. Social media world. In the real world, hierarchy. There was hierarchy, respect. You understand? Ways of moving. Social media world, everyone's bad. The biggest nerd can chat to. Right, you could be the baddest man in the world. Just come out from wherever, from doing whatever. 200 body. You could have come back from flipping Afghanistan and be the army equivalent, the UK equivalent to Jason Bourne. Jump on land, put 2 photos up. One nerd from flipping that's never had a fist fight from Stockport.
Yeah.
Can message you, pussy, oh, you look soft.
Yeah.
You can message back, huh? Don't hurt me. I'll bang you in your face when I see you, pussy.
Yeah.
Suck my dick.
Yeah, got all the mouth.
Suck your mum. And what's man gonna do? Man just gonna have to hold that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's it. The hiding behind the fucking screen.
It's what it is, man. All I'm gonna say on all of this is, man, them need to try and keep with a certain level of morals, principles, honor code. I'll keep it light, cause Doug stay here. Rex, how many minutes we in?
28.
Raw.
We'll just call it a day at that, man. A light one. It's the hustler riding solo. Anything to add before I jump off?
Well,
Nicholas?
man,
Anything before I
was
jump
clear
out?
still.
No, you nearly made me say the wrong thing. So,
Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. It's the hustler. Step.